like to welcome everybody here to Nashville this morning for the Hamburger Day on the Hill. From Lincoln County and Fayetteville, we're just glad to have everybody with us to take the tour with us. We're going to get to see a lot of important people and shake hands and make everybody welcome and let them know that Lincoln County and Fayetteville appreciate what they're doing for us here in Nashville at Legislature Plaza. What's the day about? It's getting to see our senators and our representatives. I don't think we're going to be privileged to see the governor today. I don't think he's coming down. He's got more budget problems. But that's to let them know how much we appreciate them and get them to know who we are when they do lay eyes on us and make them feel that we appreciate what they're doing up here, because I know it's a hard duty to be here, but and especially at these times. But we like to just let them know what Lincoln County can feel about them.
Hi, and welcome to the 15th Annual Legislative Appreciation Day, better known as Hamburger Day on the Hill. We are up here with a group from Fayetteville. There are about 70 some odd kids with us from the high school and Riverside Christian Academy. The Legislative Day is sponsored by the City of Fayetteville, the County of Lincoln, and the Livestock Association, along with the Chamber of Commerce. Also, we have to thank Angie's Catering, Frito-Lay, Sundrop, Pepsi, and a lot of the volunteers that make this day special. We feed approximately 1,000 people here at the Capitol. Everybody is so excited to be here, excited that Lincoln County is here. And when we came up to give out the tickets, they knew exactly what Hamburger Day was, and they couldn't wait. So we're glad to be here.
The Lincoln County Cattlemen's Association is here today on their annual cooking for hamburgers for Hamburger Day on the Hill. In the background you see the cattlemen, President P.D. Shelton and Vice President Mark McGee and various other associate members cooking hamburgers. We're going to cook about 1,250 hamburgers today. We got this grill that they've fabricated. It's really a deluxe grill. People are amazed by it, and it certainly cooks a lot of hamburgers in a fast way and does a real good job.
What do you think Legislative Day means here to the folks in Lincoln County, Jim?
Well, I think it means quite a bit. You see, you got a lot of folks come up here, on at least 2 bus loads, and a lot of other folks that drove up here. You got your leadership, you got your county executive and your county commissioners, and a lot of us folks that just Lincoln Countyans that like to come up and support the Lincoln County in the legislature. And I think it means a lot, gives us a lot of good publicity, helps a lot probably in getting Lincoln County's name. A lot of the guys are down there mentioning as they walk by, well, you're back again. Well, you know, I think this is what, the 15th year maybe that we've done this, so got the name and everything.
Hey, tell me, do you think these burgers will help us get that lotto any quicker?
Oh, I don't know about that. Would you want to place a bet on it?
I'm Daniel Eldridge. I'm the administrator at Riverside Christian Academy, and we have brought our 4th grade class up to meet and greet our state legislators. And then we're also going to be able to take a tour of the Capitol building and a tour of the State Museum. So we're excited about that.
What do you think Hamburger Day on the Hill means to Lincoln Countyans, and especially these Lincoln Countyans?
Well, I think it means a great deal. We in Lincoln County have a good reputation for doing this. It's a great thing that we get to do, to come up and to show our appreciation for our legislators. And I think our hamburgers are so good. Our Cattlemen's Association does a great job, and it really makes an impression here. So these guys, we're learning a lot about how the state government works, a lot about how, the history of the state. We're going to, like I said, going through the museum. We've already been through the military museum, which has some great exhibits. So it's just a great educational thing for our kids.
Now, Riverside has been under construction, but you had some big developments this year. Tell us about that.
That's right. In January of this year, we actually moved into our new building. We're excited about that. All the kids are glad. We opened up our first year in our portable classrooms, but we're in our new facility now, and we're excited about that. We're in our 2nd year of operations, and currently taking registration for our 3rd year.
How do you like your new building? Tell me about it.
It's great. It's bigger. I like it good. A lot more space in the classrooms. Yeah.
A lot more space. All right.
It's good to not walk in the rain.
Oh, well, it's something that we're always happy to see all the folks from Lincoln County be here, because it gives us an opportunity to mingle with them and talk with them and find out what the needs are in Lincoln County and see what we can do to help them.
Now you have a special connection to Lincoln County. Tell us about that.
I do. My wife Betty is from Lincoln County and graduated from the high school at Fayetteville, and looking forward to see Jerry Mansfield and all the good folks from Lincoln County.
How are things coming along with the lottery?
Oh, it's moving right along, and we're going to try to do what we can to get it implemented as soon as we can.
Think that'll mean a lot to the education kids and
I believe it will. It's going to help things out in the state.
All right, Jimmy, thank you.
Glad to do it.
Jerry Mansfield, Lincoln County Executive. We're back for another Hamburger Day on the Hill.
15 times now, Pete. We'd like to let everybody know that this is probably the most important day that we spend in preparation for next year's budget for the state, which impacts city and county, and so many other things too up here.
Give us the outlook for Lincoln County and some of the things going on with the county and some of the things that will happen this year.
Well, let's talk a little bit, I guess, about what the state is doing that's going to affect the county. The 9% reduction that the governor is suggesting to be presented to the legislature. He's going to present those figures on the 10th, I believe, of March. We'll be back up here on the 11th for County Day to receive, I guess, the news firsthand from Kurt Cobb and George Fraley and Bill Ketron, who are our representatives now. It looks like it's going to impact counties to our county. It affects different counties different ways, but our county in regard to having a tax increase or possibly curtailing some services, pretty good services. And the city is going to impact even bigger, the way that the governor is suggesting that the cuts be made. But we're going to talk about that a little today. We're not going to dwell on it because there's so many other things that are on the table. Highway 64 being 4-lane, it's still on the table. It's still being done. It's still a viable issue. Of the 15 different projects that were put aside by DOT, ours was not one of them. So we're looking like we dodged a bullet there, so we feel real good about that. Kurt Cobb, representing 2/3 of the county, is sitting on House Transportation, is keeping us informed on that. Senator Ketron, who is also a freshman along with Kurt in the Senate, is keeping us informed on that. George Fraley is got about 1/3 of the county, and George, of course, is very interested because he's got practically all of Franklin County and all of Moore County. So he's vitally interested in the 4-laning of 64 highway being completed. So far, so good.
Overall, what are your impressions on Lincoln County Day up here? How do you think we're received on a citywide basis in Nashville?
Nobody else does this in the legislature like Lincoln County and Fayetteville and the Chamber of Commerce does it. Nobody else comes to town and feeds them like this. This started 15 years ago. Chamber of Commerce watched Warren County come up here and do cheese and crackers and bend the legislators' ears. They said, we can do better. Lincoln County Livestock Association waded in. Next thing we know, we're dragging kettle grills up and down the steps of the Capitol, and that's how it started 15 years ago. Fresh grilled charcoal hamburgers have an effect on people, and everybody's gotten used to it. It's almost like it's a tradition now that we're here the first Wednesday in March every year to reintroduce ourselves and let people know that Lincoln County, way down on the Alabama line, is one of those viable counties that knows how important our legislature and its process is to the well-being of our citizens.
Jerry Mansfield, thank you very much.
Thank you, Pete. Good to have y'all up here.
Senator, what does Lincoln County Day mean to the folks up here in Nashville?
Oh, it's just, of course, as a freshman senator, I had heard about Lincoln County Day on the Hill, but from what I'm seeing today, it's just overwhelming. And talking to former legislators that have been up here for 30 and 35 years, they say it's a huge day here on the Hill, and the kindness and the outpouring from the folks in Lincoln County come up here to show their warm hospitality for the legislators and all the staff people who really help run this state.
Mr. Senator, how's the lottery coming?
The lottery is, of course, I serve on both committees. I'm on the General Operations, Government Operations Committee. It's in that committee now, and then it will come out of that committee, go on to state and local, which I serve on that committee as well. We're just waiting to see how we're going to flesh this thing out. Once it gets through, there's a little tit-for-tat thing going between the two chairmen of those committees, and we need to get it on, and I do think that we need to take the first year reserves, first year earnings for 12 months and put it into an escrow account before we start paying the first scholarship, because I truly think that we start paying scholarships when we don't have any money. Let's put it in there. Let's earn some interest on it for the first 12 months. In the event that it does happen to nosedive at the end of third years after the newness wears off, we've seen that happen in other lottery states. So I want to make sure that we're establishing the lottery on a good, firm foundation to make sure that the scholarships are there for our children in Tennessee.
You said it's your freshman year, first time up here as senator.
That's correct.
Any surprises? Tell us about your experience as being a freshman.
Well, I found out where all the restrooms are and know where all the elevators and the secret passageways are. But it's been in the Senate. It's very, I guess, fraternal from the Senate because there's less senators serving in that capacity. There are 33 of us versus 99 in the House of Representatives. It's been a pleasure to work with folks, and of course I have 3 counties, Murray, Marshall, and Lincoln, and Western Rutherford County. The challenging part is just recently we had ICP, and many employees in Lincoln County, Marshall County, and Murray County were affected, and being able to try to do things through recruiting of our industrial recruiting, through our economic development, trying to find jobs, good high-paying jobs to come in here. We've been working very hard on that. You know, we had probably 200-300 people in Lincoln County that were affected by the plant closing there in Marshall County. So those are some of the challenges we're facing. Some of the good things are just the personalities, getting to know who some of the folks are that we're working with, just trying to do what's best for Tennessee.
Final question, Mr. Senator.
Sure.
How do you like those Lincoln County hamburgers?
Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome, and the smell just permeates all the way down to the Lieutenant Governor's office. You can smell it all the way down the hill, and everybody's going, has anybody got an extra ticket? Has anybody got an extra ticket? So I did have a few, having represented Lincoln County, so I'm out now. So if you don't have one by this time, you're not going to be able to eat one of those famous hamburgers.
All right, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Tell me about what you think of Lincoln County Day.
Lincoln County is one of the most popular days in the Tennessee General Assembly. I always look forward to it, and the hamburgers are great. The barbecue's good too.
What do you think of Lincoln County Day?
It's wonderful. The food is great. It's the best we have.
All right, thank you. What is it like to feed all these people up here?
Oh, it's just we start early in the morning and we leave about 8:30, so it's really a good day. It's a fun day.
What's on the menu today?
We have hamburgers and barbecue, baked beans, and then we have the fixins, we have tea cakes and brownies, and then we have chips provided by Frito-Lay and Pepsi and Sundrop.
Now, who cleans up this mess?
We do. That's the fun part. That's the real big day. Thank you.
Mr. Cooper, what does Lincoln County Day mean to legislators up here?
Well, it's a time when we can show the state officials how much we appreciate what they do, for Lincoln County. For instance, here's the list of the road projects the Department of Transportation brought for y'all today on Highway 64. And, before we leave today, we need to thank Commissioner Moore, for bringing the list over here to road projects. But when people show up, when y'all take the time to come up here and cook all these hamburgers and all the food, it just overwhelms state officials. And, I'm very appreciative, being your state senator, that y'all do this.
Well, we're appreciative of the work you do for us.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for having a talk with us.
Yes, sir.
We like it so much, we even try to steal Cooper's hamburger. It's so good.
Mr. Bradley, tell us about what Lincoln County Day means to you and the legislators up here on the...
Well, what Lincoln County Day on the Hill means to me, I've been coming to this Day on the Hill since 1991. So this is the 15th ahead. This is, I believe, my 12th one to be here. I came to the Day on the Hill Lincoln County had when I was county executive in Franklin County. Now I'm in the state legislature, and I got Franklin Moore in Lincoln County. I'm still coming.
What do you think, what kind of impact do you think this has for issues in Lincoln County?
Well, I think that people appreciate it. Everybody down here is invited, all that's in the legislature, all the people working in the offices and everybody, and I think it's something that they appreciate and that they will remember.
Thank you very much for having a talk with us.
Good to talk to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe folks. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, how you doing?
We miss you in Lincoln County.
Well, I miss not representing Lincoln County. I've represented Lincoln County in the legislature for 12 years, and now it's been drawn out of my district. Now I have all of Marshall and all of Giles, but I really miss Lincoln County. I still get a lot of telephone calls and a lot of letters from over in Lincoln County, which I respond to, and I still feel like I'm a part of Lincoln County, and I certainly enjoyed my representation for those 12 years. And it's another great big day here in the legislature with Lincoln County Hamburger Day. This is the biggest eating event that we have in the General Assembly. It comes around the first Wednesday in March of every year. It's something we always excited about.
Well, you can take Joe out of Lincoln County, but you can't take Lincoln County out of Joe folks.
That's well said. I concur with that.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
I'm the president of the leadership class this year in Fayetteville, Lincoln County, and I'm certainly proud to be in that job and to be in that class. I think it's the best program I've ever had the opportunity to attend to that type.
What is leadership's involvement out here today?
We are basically observing and assisting in host and just making an appearance today. We really didn't do any of the work involved in this.
Tell us a little bit about leadership and what's going on in your project of the year.
Okay, our project is twofold. We worked at assisting in finishing our child advocacy center. We painted and cleaned up and did some carpentry work and bought some equipment. And our other project is raising funds and ultimately to improve the a courtyard in a long-term care center so that the residents in the care center can use it. We're making concrete paths and a gazebo and things like that so that the residents can be outside and enjoy themselves outside in a secure area.
Finally, take this opportunity to invite people to join future leadership classes.
I would certainly invite and encourage anyone that's interested in learning anything about their community or serving their community to be a part of the leadership class in Lincoln County.
Hey there.
How you doing, Big Daddy? Glad you're here. Johnny Ray.
I don't know what Kelson Smith in the road there.
What do you think about that?
Highway 275 to Wayne County line, 4+9 not funded. I don't know, look like gonna leave us out. Everybody just have to start back walking.
Perfect. Okay. Hey! Hey! Good work, man. Kurt Cobb, are you representing us well up here at the Hill?
I'm working hard at it.
Tell us about your experience.
Well, so far we're just now, we've had several committee meetings and session days, but the bills in committee are starting to hit the floor and it's starting to pick up quite a bit. We're all waiting to see the budget's going to be presented on the 10th, and I guess that's when the debates will really start with the budget, and we'll have a lot of the issues hit the floor, and it's going to be a really busy year, and I'm excited about it. We got a lot of work ahead of us.
What kind of influence do you think not only Hamburger Day here has on folks in Nashville, but Lincoln County impression overall?
Well, it's tremendous. Of course, this is my first Hamburger Day, and I was fortunate enough to go around with the ladies and hand tickets to the legislators and their staff around the Capitol and the Plaza. And everybody knows about, everybody knows it's legendary, like the Hamburger Day. People were really excited, and it was like giving somebody a present when they got their tickets. And I was shocked. It has a great deal, I think, of influence. Anytime you get this kind of mass number, and you know, Lincoln County people have been really good to me up here. They're good to the legislators. I think it's just really good community, having community involvement.
Lincoln County really supported you when you were running for your recent election. I want to know your feeling when you knew you had it in the bag.
Well, I feel real great. I really do, and I was tickled that Lincoln County was in Fayetteville, but the people were so kind to me. They've been great to my family for many years. I really felt at home. I didn't feel like an outsider anytime that I was that I stepped foot in Lincoln County. I enjoyed it, and I'm really proud. Lincoln County is a very large part of my district.
What do you think about Lincoln County Day up here on the hill?
Ain't nothing like Lincoln County on the hill or elsewhere.
Hey, what's happening in the EMA office?
The EMA is busier than we've been in the history of EMA.
Why?
I think probably Homeland Security's took over FEMA, and that's made a lot of difference. We got a lot of programs and a lot of new things that we got to do, a lot of old things that we got to revisit. So we're going to be busy the next couple of years.
Tell me about the real thing. People going out buying duct tape and visqueen for their windows. What should people really do?
Well, I think people should be aware of what's going on around them, basically. If they have that awareness, we're working on programs now to better enhance our capabilities to help them if they need help. And y'all will be hearing, I'm sure, more about that in the weeks to come. That's awareness. We need to be at a good, strong awareness level right now.
Mike Hall, Lincoln County Emergency Management. Thank you. This is Carolyn Ellis, and I imagine today you're representing the Child Development Center of Lincoln County.
Absolutely, always, Pete.
Tell us what the Child Development Center is all about.
Oh, the Child Development Center is the most wonderful organization in Lincoln County. They take care of children from ages 0 to 3 years old that are 20% handicapped. And it's absolutely wonderful.
Tell us the impact that the center has on not only the children but their families.
That's just unbelievable. It's absolutely fantastic. Also, what the children that go through the Child Development Center, 61% of these children do not have to go into special ed when they go to school. 61%, Pete. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just phenomenal to me. I volunteer at the Child Development Center because it's just so dear to my heart. It's wonderful.
So what brings Carolyn Ellis and Helen Lowe here to the Nashville today?
We are here to get to meet our new legislators that are very important in helping with the Child Development Center, plus getting to meet a lot of the other people here at Legislator Day. It is a wonderful, wonderful day to let people know about what the Child Development Center is doing in Lincoln County, working with the children. And today we also have Mary Lou Ott, who is an extension of the Child Development Center. She works with the Resource Center over 13 counties that is located in Lincoln County.
Angie's Catering, couldn't do it without you, Angie. We appreciate it a bunch. Fayetteville Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce, Frito-Lay, Sundrop, and Coca-Cola. The city of Fayetteville and the county of Lincoln are proud to be your host today, along with a host of young people with Fayetteville and Lincoln County Leadership Program, the FFA, the 4-H Honor Club, and the Advanced History Placement class from the high school. We have several of those young people here, your hosts today. On behalf of all of Lincoln County, I'd like to welcome you, and I'd like to turn the mic over at this time to Mayor John Ed Underwood from Fayetteville, who is also our partner in this occasion.
We're glad everybody's here, especially these senators and representatives and their helpers. Without them, Lincoln County would not be where we are today. We appreciate everybody being here. Hope you've got enough to eat. If you haven't, we'll blame it on the county executive, but he hasn't been cooking. He's been up here with us. But we'd like to say thanks for all that you do for us up here on the Hill, and we appreciate you being here today.
Representing him today, the governor's office, Matt Cooper is here, and we'd like to make a presentation. Matt, Park, you can hand it right over here, huh? Here you go. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Matt said he didn't want to say anything. He's going to give it directly to the governor. We appreciate it. Thank you. Well, thank you both. We've been represented ably in the past, and we're going to be represented ably in the future. But also, we've been well represented in the representation from the Speaker of the House, Mr. Jimmy Napie, has always been a friend of Lincoln County, and we got something we'd like to give you, Mr. Jimmy, today. These pewter plates represent a new addition in Lincoln County. This year marks the 99th edition of the Lincoln County Fair, and this plate represents events that take place during that fair. And we're proud to let you have that as a reminder of our appreciation for you and what you do for Lincoln County.
Thank you, Mr. County Exec. I certainly do appreciate it, Mr. Mayor. And on behalf of all of us in the legislature, we thank y'all for doing this. It's the highlight of our lunchtime, and we wish you did it every week. Thank you.
You might put a little pressure on it. Thank you. Governor Wilder, was he able to make it down? He was going to try to make it down if his meetings permitted. Governor Wilder here. Tommy Hahn said he would. We appreciate you speaking up, so we're going to hold off on that till late. In case he doesn't show up, we'll let you have a mic. Senator Steve Ketron, you'll come right up here, these young people, right here in front of you. Senator, it's our pleasure to present to you for the first time.
Thank you very much.
Appreciation gift from us for what you will do and are doing currently for Lincoln County. Thank you. Representative George Fraley. Right here. Here, he said here. Thank you, George. This is just a memento of something to remember Lincoln County by, and we appreciate what you do for us.
Well, I'll tell you this. I started the Day on the Hill in Lincoln County in 1991. So I've been 12 years out of 15. This is 15. Certainly appreciate it. And I want to hear from a lot of people in Lincoln County. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Kirk Cobb, a name that has got a lot of notoriety, I guess, for lack of a better word, in Lincoln County. Pick up the mic. We'd like to present you something and have you say a few words. Here's our freshman representative.
Well, first, I'd like to thank everybody for coming up and visiting us on the Hill. I really appreciate y'all coming. Lincoln County has been very good to my family for several years. Y'all know I have family in Lincoln County. My dad also served y'all as a judge in Lincoln County also. My wife was, at the end of the campaign, was 9 months pregnant, so a lot of y'all didn't see her that much. It was awful hot on her. But Margaret Ann is here. Ella Grace is my newest addition, and then my 4-year-old Nita Bryce is here today, and I wanted them to be here to meet y'all, and I really, really appreciate y'all being kind to me, and I'm very, very proud to have a large part of Lincoln County as a large part of my district. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And you mentioned that it was at the conclusion of the campaign that she was 9 months pregnant.
That's right.
Because the campaign lasted 9 months.
You're right.
We wouldn't be where we are today if it hadn't been for past representation that always took and carried the issues through the legislative sessions and helped Lincoln County and Fayetteville in every way in the world that they could, especially in the area of economic development and transportation. He's always been a proponent of Tennessee and his district. And we'd like to ask Senator Jerry Cooper if he would come forward and let these young people present him with an appreciation for what he has meant to Lincoln County and Fayetteville. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let me just say that how much I appreciate y'all doing this. Senator Ketron here.
He's right there.
Right here.
Where?
Bill.
Senator Ketron is taking my place in Lincoln County. But just like I said before, you know, they can take Lincoln County away from me, but they can't take Lincoln County out of my heart. But if I've got to lose theoretically Lincoln County, Senator Ketron's going to do y'all a great job. I've had the experience of being around him now for a couple of months, and Bill Ketron's a good man, so you'll be well represented. And here again, if there's anything, Christina, of course, the real estate senator, or I can do for y'all, y'all just call and take care of my friend Bill Ketron.
Senator Captain.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mansfield. It's indeed a pleasure to represent the people of Lincoln County and to try to fill the shoes of Senator Cooper. I know we've got a lot of work to do, but it's a real pleasure every time I come to Lincoln County, and I'll be there Saturday for the Farm Bureau breakfast, and I hope the breakfast is just as good as the lunch is today. So, thanks for what you do, and people have been talking about this for the last 2 weeks about it. And we got an extra invitation for Hamburger, so we look forward to that opportunity. Thank you very much, Jerry.
Many times, the weight of an issue wound up being in certain committees. We always can count on, if we wound up in House Transportation, we can count on our good friend and former state representative from Lincoln County, who still represents Giles, Marshall, Representative Joe Folks. Joe, we appreciate it.
So just get a few words.
Just a few words.
I appreciate the gift. You know, I represented Lincoln County for 12 years, and one of the highlights was every year at Hamburger Day, I'd get a nice gift. And I saw Jerry a few minutes earlier this morning, and I said, Jerry, I don't guess I'm going to get a gift this year. He said, oh, we're going to take care of you. So I've been taking care of you. I've been taken care of again, and I certainly appreciate this. As Speaker Nathan said a few minutes ago, this is the biggest eating event that we have in the General Assembly. I know you all will serve over 1,000 people here, and we all appreciate this. This is a big day for us. I know it's a big day for the folks in Lincoln County too. But I don't have the opportunity to represent the folks in Lincoln County now, but my heart's still with you, and I want to do all I can to help Lincoln County and help the progress there. Thank you again.
Bill Moore, we appreciate you being here representing the Department of Transportation and the Commissioners. Thank you very much. Mr. Nashville, it's good to have you with us. Thank you very much for being here. And we know we're going to look forward to a good working relationship with the Department of Transportation. Joe Barker, did your boss leave? Did Matt leave? Miss Doris O'Neill is always taking care of Lincoln County when we come on the Hill. Miss Doris, thank you for everything you do for us. On behalf of Lincoln County, appreciate it. Continue to enjoy your meal. Hopefully we got plenty of hamburgers and plenty of barbecue, and just continue to have fun and fellowship. Mayor Underwood, would you like to say a few more words?
We do not.
Okay. Just to give you a little idea of, we're looking to probably 1,000 to 1,200 people today going through line, and we appreciate every one of you being here to have lunch with us. Thank you.